having a happy family. It's such a challenge, isn't it? Yes. Well, our next guest literally wrote the book on it, so please welcome professor and author of Becoming a Happy Family, Dr. Susan Smith Kuczmarski.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for being here, Doctor.
For your show.
Well, we have such respect for you and your message in here.
Thank you.
Define a happy family.
Well, a happy family actually goes back 12 years ago in sort of my saga to answer that, to define it. And I was promoting my book, The Sacred Flight of the Teenager, a parent's guide to stepping back and letting go.
Okay.
And I was in North Carolina on a radio show, and a 15-year-old boy asked me the question. He said, "Our lives are so busy. Can you give us some tips to help us connect in what little time we had?"
Oh, a 15-year-old?
A 15-year-old. And I answered saying, well, we can turn downtime into bond time.
Okay.
I wasn't, I wasn't so happy with that answer.
Sure.
So I was trained as a cultural anthropologist, and sort of what I do to understand and explain things is to do in-depth interviewing. And so I talked with single and married parents, 20 and 30-somethings, and grandparents and parents. And what came out of all of that was a new definition of family. And family really is who we feel close to. Okay. It's who we love and love us back. And so it's a real broader network of relationships. Mm-hmm. It's not just relatives and in-laws. It's special people, close friends, maybe even a soul friend, mentors, colleagues and co-workers, and beloved pets. I can't leave out our 14-year-old
We needed
golden
you this
retriever.
morning because we weren't so happy.
So it's a broader mix of people.
Yeah, and you talk a lot about the family soul. What do you mean by the soul?
The soul, that's a great question. The soul is the sticky glue. It's the bond. It's that energy we feel when we're together, whether with a group of friends or with family members, more traditional family members. And you can feel it when you're together, and you can feel it when you grow apart. One of the 20-something young men I interviewed for the book told me, you know, I can feel when I'm growing apart. And he would jump on an airplane and go see his parents in New York. So
I was just going to say, what do you do when that's broken, when that family soul is, needs repair?
Well, you can do a number of things, and to answer that question of what's a happy family, I have sort of some strengtheners, and I view them as vitamins for the soul of the family. And the first one is and actually they spell the word hearts. It's a great acronym.
Right.
Okay.
And these are your 6 secrets.
These are my 6 secrets, yeah. It took me 12 years to come up with them.
That's okay, you did it.
The first one is humor, and it's so important. If we make people laugh or happy, it makes us happy too.
Yes.
It comes back. And the message is to hang out with people who make you happy, and to laugh a lot together. My mother, who lived to be over 100,
Really?
Yes, made pickles, and I'm sharing that with you because I know, G, in your family there's a history of pickle making.
A lot of pickling. A lot of just food in general. That's how we show love.
I love to share the story that she washed her cucumbers in the washing machine.
Oh, really?
And so, can you imagine me in high school bringing friends over, and she's taking pickles out of the washing machine? So, she was always full of humor, but that's the H of hearts.
Okay.
The E is emotion, and we've got to get really good expressing our feelings. And the family really is that first and last emotional frontier where we can practice that. And it's okay to be messy expressing feelings, but the key is, when someone expresses their feelings, you want to listen, acknowledge it, or validate it, and accept it. You know, often we say, oh, or we try and fix it, or deny it, or rationalize it, but just listening to that emotion is so important.
Right, right. Once I was in a counseling session years ago with a pastor, and I'll never forget him saying to me, and then my then ex-husband saying, you both are entitled to your own feelings. You own them. It
Yeah.
stuck with me. He was,
Yeah.
they are yours, so you can't tell me that what I feel is not right because I own them. I'm the owner of those feelings. It's kind of the same thing what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's so important to learn how to express emotion, and we can do that. We can learn that in a family. The A of hearts is for acceptance. Accept each other just the way they are, and love yourself unconditionally as well. The R of hearts is for renewal, and we all need renewal. Sports figures need renewal. Better sleep, better free throw average. So how do families get renewal? Music, food,
Vacations,
retreats, travel, play. And also what surfaced in my research is community service and how important that is to focus in on other people in need. And then the T of hearts is togetherness, coming together either quietly. One of the favorite things I used to do with my dad is go out at night on the patio and sit and not say anything and just listen to the crickets. Or come
together.
Where we were together, or come together in very large, boisterous gatherings of birthday celebrations or making pasta. And then the last one is R of hearts.
S. Yep,
the S of hearts is for struggle, and I think it's my favorite because struggle is everywhere. It can be short-lived, or it can be pretty lengthy, and it may end in joyful resolution or detached love. But the bottom line is to sort of find the silver linings in struggle.
Yes.
I have a question about acceptance. So what do you mean by that? Do you have to accept 100% of the person? Or what if there's something that they are struggling with that they want to change? Do you want to help them change it, or?
Well, it depends what they want. You know, I always think it's good to acknowledge who they are and accept them for that, because it doesn't happen very often. We're always busy trying to change people. So if that's all that's the important thing. If there's something you feel that they can learn that you might share with them, then I would go ahead with it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Kuczmarski, because she is sticking around. Everyone deserves a happy family, which is why our audience is going home with a copy of Becoming a Happy Family. We're going to be back with Dr. Kuczmarski later to answer some of your questions on getting a happy family, so make sure you get them in. We'll be right back.